Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Slum 1200 GGI Mob, and I'm back. Back.
Sleeping on your beat, that shit there could be bad for you. Nigga catch you slipping, that shit could get mad up. Creatures on the creep lurking, call it the last supper. 100 on the Mac 90, call that bitch Mac Muffin.
Man, it's crucial in New Orleans, man. You understand what I'm saying? If a little past 94 and the was on the street, a gangster, all that.
In New Orleans, murder make you popular. If you murder a few people, the women are going to love you. That's crazy. It sounds crazy. It is crazy, but that's New Orleans. Everybody want to be attached to something. So if she's not doing nothing, she can attach her name to your name. Now she's somebody. She see fast money. Nice clothes, nice shoes. I can go, I'm in 19th grade. I can go shopping in Saks. My boyfriend sell drugs. He can kill 5 people. That's my boyfriend. So now she has a name.
Slum 1200 GGI Mob shit, and I'm back. So we back with another episode of New Orleans' most feared steppers of the 90's. And we gonna be doing a top 10 of part 8 of New Orleans' most feared steppers of the 90's. So I done gave y'all like 7 parts so far. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna be my 8th episode. I got a couple more for y'all. And we're gonna go into the 2000s. Then I might bounce around with a little new generation, but I don't know too many new generation steppers, so I'm gonna just stay in my lane and stick to what I know. So it's gonna be part 8. So at number 1 we got Carl Butler out the mouth. So it was said that something had happened with one of his ops or something. Somebody was telling me, and he had ran off in a police station when it was on Felicity Street. And supposed to be that did some shooting or whatever. So number 1 gonna be called Butler out the mouth. I heard a lot of stories about dude. They say he was a real hellraiser too. So that's gonna be my number 1. My number 2 gonna be Cup Hankton. Say dude was a real, he was getting that bread and he was gonna slide if he had to. You heard me? I heard a couple of the stories about him. A lot of them was really about getting money, but they say he was deadly as well, you feel me? So at number 2 is gonna be Cup Hankton. Long live Cup. So my number 3 gonna be Chocolate out the St. Thomas. A lot of y'all probably don't know about Chocolate out the St. Thomas, but a lot of people know about Chocolate out the St. Thomas. That was another one. Was out his mind. That's gonna be my number 3. Long live Chocolate. So Chocolate gonna be my number 3. My number 4 gonna be a real demon out that mouth. And he gonna be one of the Allen boys too. My number 4 gonna be Flair out the mouth. Long live Flair. Now, I went to school with Flair Live. I think when I got to Wilson, I was in the 6th. Flair was in like the 8th. But I also was locked up with Flair in 95, I think, in CYC on the 3rd floor in 3-2 in the downtown dome, which was like the 9th wall and a lot of other different, a lot of different walls from downtown. But that was really like a downtown tip. And he had 2-2, which was the uptown tip. But we was on 3-2. And they wound up having a big old gang fight. Flair, Baldy, free Baldy. Shout out to Baldy, man. Long live Flair, long live Jeepers, long live Face. You feel me? Shout out to them Allens. But yeah, Flair definitely was out his mind. You dig? Like, dude looked like he used to always be on go-to whenever you see him. I ain't even know he used to be drinking liquor like that. So now I know why he used to be so humbuggish, because he used to be full of that bottle. Just out of his mind, you feel me? So Flair gonna be my number 4. My number 5 gonna be the Hardy Boys, man. The Hardy Boys would be indicted on the deletion of a young woman back in the G named Kim Groves. Long live Kim Groves. But they would be caught up with the Lynn Davis situation back in the 90s, you feel what I'm saying? So the Hardy Boys gonna be my number 5. And my number 6 gonna be Bum off Dry Street, Long Live Bum. Now Bum got killed like way back in the like early 90s. This had to be like, then I don't know, let me see. I think, if I ain't mistaken, I think Bum got killed in like 94 though. Cause I think my cousin got killed in 91. I think Bum was already, yeah, Bum got killed like 92, 93, something like that. But dude definitely was like getting that bread and was slinging that bit too. So Bum gonna be my number 5, my number 6, I mean. That's why I say they got a lot of people I'ma name that y'all ain't never heard of, but they was actually out here putting in work. And they got a lot of people I really can't even speak on. You feel what I'm saying? So Bum gonna be my number 6. My number 7 gonna be a nigga who was just a real character, but without his body. He really started a lot of that shit that they was doing on 6 and Drives and 6 and Barone. It really was like, he was really like the originator of a lot of that shit. You feel me? Him and Yellow Boy. And we gonna be talking about 7 Dice, man. Long live 7 Dice, Lee Scales, man. Like, I really watched dude die out my back door. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I was saying in a previous episode when I was like, shit just used to be mad close. Like, I spoke on one of the steppers named Trey out my hood. You know, they actually had them, you know, put that work in or whatever. And like I said, man, it's just a long little story, you know. Like, I don't want to really get into all that, but man, he wound up dying in the Elks hallway on his knees praying. It's like when they found him, he was in a praying position. You feel what I'm saying? But he was out his mind. He really started a lot of that all and UC and just like all type of shit. They called him 7 Dice. He used to play a lot of games. He was good at gambling on them dice, but he was slick as a mug. You feel me? Like, dude robbing dice games, shooting dice, come back, rob a dice game, selling whammies. Like, he just used to be on that type of time. Like anything to get $1. You feel me? Just out his mind, and he don't care. He gonna still be posted out there, just like wow. You feel me? So my number 7 gonna be 7 Dice off Dry Street. Long live 7 Dice, man. And my number 8 gonna be somebody else I came to knowing off Dry Street. He wasn't really from around there, but he was out his mind too. My number 8 gonna be Lil Woody. Stayed on home and then drives. Short little black, chaotic little nigga. Out his mind, slinging that bit. So my number 8 gonna be Lil Woody. My number 9 gonna be somebody out my hood he got a book out too, man. Y'all gonna have to go check it out. He would be one of my OGs. And my number 9 gonna be Youngblood. He got a book called Raised Up in Violence. And he got another book. I got books downstairs, but y'all gonna have to check it. My number 9 gonna be Youngblood. Shout out to Youngblood too, man. Youngblood done really switched it up. You feel me? Like, you know, when did his time or whatever, came out here reborn and really doing some whole different shit, you feel me? So shout out to Youngblood, man. That's gonna be my number 9. And my number 10 gonna be Black Pew. Long live Pew. So this would be another one of my big homies who would be deleted in the early 90s. And they would go on a lick to go jack some Cubans in our hood. Cuban had them yads, them bricks. And nigga went to go jack the Cubans and the shit went bad. The Cuban wound up deleting my big homie. So Pew gonna be my number 10. You know what I'm saying? Long live Pew. So that's gonna be my top 10 of part 8 of New Orleans' most feared steppers of the 90s. Y'all get in that comment section, hit that like button. Make sure the notifications turned on, hit that subscribe button. Stay plugged. Slum 1200 GGI Mob shit.
Put a loaf of bread on your head like I was baby now. Niggas say they pull up and spray, wasn't no saving now. Shit, I'm out here trapping, no capping, tryna feed my baby now. Yeah, I keep the 50, you dig your grave, I'ma lay you in. I ain't with the back and forth beefing all on the internet. I'ma catch you lacking in traffic, nigga, and leave you there.